Did you know that not asking questions in your job interview can cost you the job you are interviewing for? I'm Marat from Emmotion, myemotion.com, and in this video I'll explain what kind of questions you should not be asking in a job interview and what questions you need to prepare to maximize your chances of getting hired. Stick with me till the end for the question that would help you find out how well your interview went and if you've impressed the interviewer or not. Somehow, when I ask, "What questions do you have for me?" a lot of candidates still reply something like, "Oh no, you've done a great job providing me with a lot of information and details during the interview, so all of my doubts have been cleared out." Okay, that might be true, but sometimes it almost feels like they are telling me this as a compliment because they haven't prepared any questions. When you are asked, "Do you have any questions?" you should always have questions. The fastest way of ending up in an awful place is not using this opportunity and not asking questions about your future job. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, then definitely hit the subscribe and enable the notification bell so you won't miss out my weekly professional growth content. Also, thumb up this video if you feel it's been useful. Okay, so let's start with questions which you should not be asking. Anything related to how many days of vacations does this job provide? Can I work from home? Are there flexible hours? Instead of coming across motivated, you actually come across as a lazy one. Because you basically imply wanting to spend there as little time as possible, which is a red flag for the hiring managers. Or how soon can I expect to be promoted? Any question related to company which you could easily find online, because that means you haven't done any of your homework properly. Now, what shall we be asking? You need to make sure you have at least 3 more questions prepared aside from the natural "What are the next steps in the recruitment process?" question. Your first question could be finding out more how this role was created in the first place. Why is there a vacancy? Why is this position open? This question will help you figure out if this is a newly created role. If not, what happened to the previous person? Was this person successfully promoted? Or did this person leave to join another company? Or was this person fired and why? The next would be finding out about the company culture. You know, many companies promote their employer brand online through their values or their company culture. But things are never that simple. If you just ask about the company culture directly, they might give you a response taken straight from their website or taken straight from a textbook. But if you ask, what type of people are successful in this company? You will find out what type of employees last in this company and which kind become successful. And this makes the company culture and company values more clear. Another company culture environment related question would be, what do you enjoy the most about working here? This is in fact your "Why do you want to work here?" question for the interviewer. You will probably get a diplomatic and positive response. However, you will notice how they truly feel about their company. And if all that what they say correspond with your own image of this place. The next would be getting a certain understanding of your fit for the role. For example, who do you think would be the ideal candidate for this position? The hiring manager will cite their own goals in terms of matching profile for this role. And the more you know about their expectations and metrics for success, the easier it is for you to understand how well you match with those. And now, just as I promised, the next question is really the make it or break it point. I think the more we know about our chances for the next step, the better. So go ahead and fire away. Is there anything about my profile that you think might not match with this role? This is such a tricky way of putting it. Depending on the interviewer, some might be honest with you and tell you that this part of your experience was not sufficient, or I think this example you gave wasn't strong enough. So this may be also your last chance to mention some aspects of your experience which you haven't before, or to give a better example to possibly clear their doubts. Or it's also something that you can't really do much about, and at least you know that the chances of getting hired are not that high. So you'd be able to focus and concentrate on other roles which you are also interested in. And as I said before, the closing question is their timeline for the next steps, which is a must for all the interviews. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumb up and share it with whoever you think it would be beneficial to. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, and see you in my next video coming up.